Hi there, this is Ingar Grev. I am the CEO of the Grev Group LLC, and the purpose of this video is to tell you a little bit about my strategy tank, which is a new think tank that I've created for CEOs. It launches on September 20th, and I'm starting to class that up right now. And so, again, the purpose of this video is to help you understand a little bit about it and encourage you to apply. So I start off with a proverb that goes, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens the wits of another. And that was written about 3,000 years ago, which makes it pretty clear that the idea of improving one's success by associating with others is not a new concept. Throughout history, successful people have sought to interact with people who will challenge them to achieve greater things. Sometimes it's collaborating with others to come up with transformational ideas, like our U.S. Constitution. Other times it's through competition to help us deliver inspiring performances like the 1980 U.S. hockey team. Some classic think tanks that inspire me are Henry Ford's Vagabonds, and you can look that up, Vagabonds, or just go to my blog and there's a hyperlink for it there. And Theodore Roosevelt's tennis cabinet. And if you just think of the awesome things that have been done in this world through coming together great minds, like landing on the moon, splitting the atom, or linking the globe through telecommunications. Consider, too, how athletes rise to the occasion when their competition improves. One of my favorite sporting events is the Tour de France. It's one of the most grueling endurance races in the world, and it's said that the yellow jersey, which is awarded each day to the race leader, gives a cyclist wings. That means that he competes much harder than he would otherwise because he wants to keep that yellow jersey. So he puts it all on the line so he can hold on to it. But the other people in the peloton, maybe they're not trying so hard. This is also one of the reasons why the Olympics are so awesome to watch, because the best athletes in the world are competing, which often means that records are going to fall. The bottom line is that the self-made man or woman exists only in fantasy literature. But unfortunately, that fantasy dooms many businesses to relative mediocrity. They can only reach the limit of the CEO's leadership and intellectual capacity, and without great peers to sharpen their wits, they'll continue to default to the patterns of thinking and leading that brought them to their plateaus in the first place. So I like to propose that we reject these myths and embrace the choice to be great. Throughout my life, I always sought out the company of people who were more successful than I was. My closest friends are phenomenal business people who are more successful than I am, and they're also more successful than me in other areas like staying in shape or the quality of their vacations. And I interview successful CEOs every month in my strategic business forum. And I've interviewed leadership legends like GM's, General Motors' Dan Ackerson, and Alabama football's Nick Saban. And in my work with the Naval Academy, both at the Naval Academy itself as well as the Alumni Association, I've served alongside captains of industry, admirals, generals, presidential advisors, astronauts, Heisman Trophy winners, and even America's first man in space. That's Alan Shepard. And throughout that entire experience, I've learned just an extraordinary amount of wisdom just by walking alongside these great men and women. So my question to you is, what have you been doing to sharpen your wits? And so if not much, or if you let that be kind of ad hoc, I am excited to announce the launch of this strategy tank, which probably would be a great fit for you. It's an exclusive think tank for the CEOs of small to mid-sized businesses who are interested in becoming world-class CEOs. How this is different from other CEO groups is that it's professionally facilitated by me. I am a full-time strategic advisor, and I live and breathe this stuff. I'm not a moonlighting colleague or peer who does this on the side of his business. That means that I've been trained in how to do this, and I keep myself well educated and in terms of wisdom, wisdom from other CEOs, getting around great leaders, and so forth. Its focus is on strategy development execution, not problem solving. That doesn't mean that we don't solve problems in this strategy tank, but we are focused on the strategy first and developing that strategy and executing that strategy. So there are a lot of great CEO peer groups out there that focus on solving each other's problems, and some members of those groups have been clients of mine in the past. The strategy tank will follow the growth coach's strategic mindset curriculum, which is singularly focused on getting that business to be scalable, which means you can handle any growth, sustainable, so that means it grows without the CEO being involved in transactions or key players. You pull out the CEO, pull out any other key players, the business continues to operate, and it's valuable. That means it's worth a lot more money, a lot of money someday when it's sold. So my question for you is that, are you ready to get your game sharpened through a peer process guided by someone who spent his life learning from some of the best leaders in the world? If so, I'd like to invite you to apply to join the Strategy Tank that kicks off on September 20th here in the DC metropolitan area, probably be in the Tyson's Corner area, but I'll finalize that in a few weeks. The size is limited. Really, I haven't decided exactly what it's going to be at, but probably somewhere in the 12-ish range will be the absolute max. So you do need to apply pretty quickly. As soon as it fills up, that's when we'll close it out and maybe launch the next one 6 months, something like that. I haven't decided how we're going to do that yet. All the details for this are on my website, and the link is available through my blog, or probably available here through this video as well. And the frequently asked questions section, the facts section, should answer almost all your questions. I took a lot of time putting that together, so anything you want to know about it should be there. And when you're ready to apply, I have a survey for you to take. That survey is designed to help you understand if you're likely to have your application approved, because there is a $100 application fee that is mostly non-refundable. And I'll explain my refund policy on the FAQ section, the FAQs. But the $100 will be rolled into your investment in the program. So, and if you didn't take the survey and you applied and you're not qualified for this group, because it is exclusive, I want to make sure that the businesses in there are appropriate peers for one another. You'll kiss $100 goodbye, and so I'd rather not put you in that situation. So take the survey, and if the survey says apply, then go ahead and apply. The application's online as well. So, and if you have any questions, go ahead and email me or call me, and I look forward to working with you.